welcome to this, a belated edition of a Dragon Ball Super manga review. Yes, despite the fact that we are a little late, we are still here for you, up on the lookout. Now, for those of you who don't know, Up on the Lookout is a Dragon Ball podcast with a difference. Here, we like to discuss Dragon Ball in many other ways that you might not necessarily think about, in that we go deep dives, we have a bit of chilled out discussion, and then we actually try and give a view about the world and the franchise that is just a bit more well-rounded. But today's edition is actually a little bit of an archive edition. On July the 20th, Haverock and I recorded our review for Dragon Ball Super Chapter 75, and it was done a little differently than we normally do. We actually did it live, and I'm about to present to you the live archive recording of that live stream in case you didn't hear it. But you can find it on my YouTube channel, where I might not be doing that regularly, or I might be evolving that idea. It didn't go down too well with people, but it served a purpose because I was on holiday at the time, so it meant that I could still get the review out in a relatively timely fashion. But here, I present to you Up on the Lookout's review of Dragon Ball Super Chapter 75, recorded on July the 20th. Oh wait, it was August the 20th after all.
So I'm just going to make sure it's all formatted okay. We don't need the backup. All is good. 800 people in the chat. God of Destruction Power. So I'm going to keep things formatted the way they are right now. And let's get on with it. So, all right, folks, thank you so much for your patience. We will, if you want to leave a super chat, do, but we'll come back to those at the end of reading this chapter. So right now, the chapter 75 is God of Destruction Power. Let me know in the chat if you've got your link ready. So here we go. We've got Granolah here saying, "Oh, amazing. Your power is unbounded. What does that even mean?" And just like, squeeze. And by the way, our friend is the letterer Brandon Bovia. He did say that he'd bring out his best letters for this occasion. Let's see he brings his A game. But we immediately have Vegeta showing off his power. And straight away, we're getting lots of action here. Some really good firework, I must admit. And sure enough, it's like Granola's like doing the getting out of that. And then Vegeta's got him by the cuff. "Your head's gotten too big. It's time to take you down a peg." By the way, I think that's
kind of ironic. Yeah, it's ironic considering that he kind of gained a little bit of forehead while losing eyebrows.
Yes, exactly. Hashtag Widow's Peak. ZB, we're not doing full page because that's going to get a strike. I'm guaranteeing it.
Yeah.
So we're doing this in a way where you can sort of see what we're seeing and you get the gist of what we're up to. And by the way, do leave a like. We want this to be improved by the algorithm. And share this with everybody. OMC Doctor, I will get a link for you. So after this, so that's where you can read it right now. And if you can read it for free if need be. So let's keep things rolling. Okay. So we get essentially Vegeta giving us all what we've been wanting for so long, and Granolah to be decked in the schnoz. So we got some really cool panels here, just lots of tete-a-tete action, and Granolah actually being hurt. And this is the real Granolah, which is actually getting the pain. So fortunately, that's a good thing. And typical, we've got a bit of action. Granolah flies off, spins away, jumps up, but Vegeta's got everything ready for him with his God of Destruction Power. And sure enough, we got. I think this is where all the initial sketches and spoilers came out. It was this right at the beginning of the manga chapter. So we got Vegeta coming in with a kick, and essentially just showing, hey, Vegeta's new power. It's a speedy boy. It's definitely a speedy boy. And there we go. So we got that. And Granolah. This is straight up action for the first 7 pages, and already on page 7, this is where we've got. Granolah with his first response, being able to get Vegeta in the gut with the double punch, and it's Vegeta actually sort of enjoying it. It's like, the thing is, the hotter my battle soul burns, the stronger I grow.
I absolutely love Vegeta yanking Granolah by his head.
Yes, I absolutely love it. It's so good.
Yank.
Oh, go on.
No. I just made a sound of yank.
Oh. Yeah, no, of course. So essentially, Vegeta's loving this, and this power thrives in the field of battle, which is what the classic Vegeta did. So this power, it may look a bit weird, but at the same time, it looks pretty much on point with how Vegeta would act. It's all looking fantastic in my opinion. So we got this. It's showing Vegeta's got the battle in total control. He's all good there. And yeah, as Have said, he grabs Granolah's head, flings him over, and crashes him in to the remains of the Cerulean City. Cerulean City. And that would have guaranteed to have been in the review.
Yep.
And so we now take the battle. Reminds me of movie 9. They're now in the city, in the crumbling remains of the city, like the BoJack movie. So Vegeta's coming in. Granolah's got no time to respond. Comes in with another kick. And more crumbling. Takes down the tower. Vegeta's absolutely loving it. And now...
Can I just say how, we may say a lot of stuff about this chapter, but what were they definitely 100% improved is by adding a huge variety to the landscapes where they fight.
Yeah, absolutely. It's we have not had a wasteland in this arc.
Yeah.
I mean, we did have it sort of in the Moro saga, but you know, a lot of the planet was being like torn up, so you could be forgiven for that. And then Moro was the planet, so that again, you're sort of forgiven about that. So now we're back in the city, or the remains of the city, and Gobi says we're on the road to Viridian City, probably like Pain City for this one. So it's like Granolah going, it's like he's an entirely different person. He gets stronger by taking damage. And what's a god of destruction? He clearly doesn't know. Here's the exposition. There are these beings called gods of destruction. Our universe has one. And he's the one who taught me about this power. Again, we have not had any thumbs up yet. So this god granted you this power? Did I say that? No. This power is my own. And it's like, that line's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good. Poda, I will say this, because it's relevant. I'm gonna do you up. Excuse me? Never! It's relevant. I will allow it. Yeah, that's the difference. And those two panels right there with Granolah on the left and right and Vegeta on the left, there's such a comparison. Oh, a god, in theory, dragon, granted Granolah the power, but then Vegeta comes in saying, I got this power. Well, technically God of Destruction trained you in that, but no, it's mostly me. Yes. So, kudos there on page 11.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong.
It's not entirely wrong, I will admit. Wow, we've hit 1,000 people. Gobi, your computer's about to go on fire. Yes.
Yeah.
Again, keep sharing this out, folks. We need more people to see this. So, here we go. Next page. Our battle has awakened it for the first time. This innate power within me. You mean I drew out the strength of yours? Yes, precisely.
Impossible.
Oh no, that's impossible. It's ironic. It's like Granolah brought out the biggest power of the Saiyans, and he's been wanting to destroy the Saiyans. It's like, oops. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. So, yeah, good. This is all good. It's good to see Granolah getting angry. It's really fun. It's definitely a lot of fun. So, Vegeta's powering up again, showing good. Yes, Vegeta. Good. Nothing revs me up more. I am Vegeta, the super engine. Yes. But it's like
Chugga.
Chugga choo choo, baby. But yeah. Now this is good. This is good seeing Vegeta this manic. It's so good. Next page. So Granolah's going in with the Daka, and absolutely nothing is beating him right now. And now we get Vegeta coming in again, and Granolah just shouting, "Shield!" So he's got that's Android 17's attack. So wherever he got that, I'm guessing it's either a generic version of 17's thing or something else. So, Vegeta comes in with the judo chop, and it just knocks Granolah into the ground. So Granolah is definitely on the defensive, and Vegeta's not happy about this. Why don't you dodge? So this isn't like your ally's power-up that makes his body avoid danger? You speak of Kakarot's Ultra Instinct? Oh man, don't you dare compare his pathetic technique to my own. Kakarot's body may have a mind of its own, but I'm all ego. In fact, go ahead and call this Ultra Ego!
I kinda love it.
I like that. Ultra Ego Vegeta.
Ultra Ego, that's one of the best names we've got in a long time. Definitely better than Super Saiyan, Super Vegeta, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Ultra Ego is such a cool name.
That's a cool name because it's like Alter Ego and Ultra Ego. That's really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I can already feel typing up a discussion with this one. This is great. And so with that triumphant name, we then get Granolah gets a boot to the head. Ultra Ego Vegeta. I like that. Let's just see how the outcome goes, but either way. So, Granolah is getting completely annihilated. So, Monaito comes out and thinks that, Granolah's going up against Frieza, because again, everyone up until recently has just been going like, oh my god, Frieza is the strongest thing by far. And the barometer needs to change.
I can imagine Frieza being, come on people, I'm not that strong anymore. Come on. Okay? I had my moment. Okay, leave it be. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get things rolling. So we carry on. Okay, 1,200 people in the chat. Blimey. Wow. Thank you all so much for being here, folks. Do leave a super chat if you like what you see. Also help support the channel. So again, Granolah's going, you aren't even Frieza. There's no way I'll lose to some third-rate Saiyan grunt. I mean, hey, how dare you? I'm a second fiddle at worst. So Vegeta's like walking up all menacingly and explaining that, hey, this is the moment where Vegeta's got the defensive and going like, hey, we didn't, Frieza destroyed our planet. And the Saiyan tribe is yet another post to the brink of extinction by Frieza. Is that true? Granolah, that contradicts what you were told. And, for God's sake. Granolah's going like, if that's true, I don't care, because I hate Saiyans more. Granolah, there's a flicker of doubt, but it quickly goes away. So, Oatmeal's like, Nani? That's not what we heard. And again, Granolah goes in and punches Vegeta in the forehead. I mean, to be fair, it's not exactly hard to miss. But he's going, believe it what you want, but I speak the truth. And don't think for a second that I want your pity. Kicks him in the face. Love it. Great.
Kick.
Oh, this is cool. So
scarf action. Yeah, I like the scarf action.
We've got the scarf action again. And, Oh no! He tells Oatmeal to do one. He takes off the goggle and throws Oatmeal away. I don't need your support anymore. Oh. Is this gonna be like, this could be a big turning point here. Interesting.
I wonder if somebody would use Oatmeal instead of Granolah, like Goku with Oatmeal.
Maybe Goku finds Oatmeal and is like, hey, what's going on? Did your buddy did you? And then, now that I'm the strongest, I don't need your support anymore. And then Granolah claims, you're claimed I'm not used to my power. I did. You haven't even seen enough battle in your time. And then essentially he's showing now his full potential. And Vegeta casually just picks up a tower, as you do. So there you go. So he got that, and then just completely decimates it. A demonstration of his power. And I think he just essentially tries to Hakai some of it, or just completely just tear it to bits. Oh no, I think it's Granolah that does it or something like that.
Yeah, it's Granolah.
Oh, it's like, what's this? So willing to destroy this old city now? Again, teasing him. And more Daka. He blows up the entire city. And this would explain why he hasn't got his armor anymore. He's just tearing it off because there's not much left.
Yeah.
And he's just going like, oh yes, bring it on. And again, there's not much. That means there's not much detail to put on here. So there you go. So we've got that. Okay. So the entire city's going.
I love oatmeal in this chapter. Oh my gosh.
He's like, really, Granolah?
Really?
So he calls the ship, summons the ship, tractor beam, just takes the ship. So it sounds like this is not the first time this has happened. This is interesting. Yeah. It's like, Granolah, for God's sake. Okay. I mean, that's a little sad, but in a way I find this really funny that this he has a plan. It's like, oh, for goodness sake, really? Okay.
You know what? Before it was after I was revealed, I was kind of disappointed, but now I kind of love the idea of this eyepiece being able to steer the ship on its own and having such personality.
Yeah.
The more I think about it, it being, a sentient item, sentient equipment, kind of grew on me.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. So I like that. I do like that a lot. Okay, so we got Granolah flying away, and then more
oatmeal flying away.
Oatmeal flying away. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
So now this is when Vegeta and Granolah is kind of even, but then Vegeta's kind of getting a bit of pain. So it's showing that he's kind of pushing it too far. So he does power up and all that stuff, comes in. And Vegeta just about misses, or he just about dodges it. So you can dodge after all, or are you hitting your limit at last? It's unwise to doubt Asun's combat prowess. We live for battle. And all that stuff. So, again, Goku's doing splish splash, taking a bath. And he's like, is he for real? Where's that oomph Vegeta had earlier? And Granola's moves are sharper than ever. Is he getting the hang of fighting? Yikes. I can't be taking it easy on the sidelines forever. And now he's trying to heal himself. So I guess he got the power of healing or something like that.
Yeah.
So, okay, he can do that now. So that's interesting. He might heal Vegeta a bit. So more with Darker. And it's just showing that, Vegeta's getting too tired. So he's now a bit worrying. So there we go. Curse him, still standing and ready to fight. I'll have to end this now. So now he's just preparing a massive spirit bomb type thing. Destroy anything it touches. So he's gonna use Hakai energy to blow up the planet. And then does it, throws it down. Granola's just a red left eye too. Oh, so Granolah can actually use both. So
both eyes.
It's a double shooting gun, essentially. And he's got finger guns. Finger guns Vegeta into oblivion. Blows up the Hakai energy. Boom. So everything's down. Boom, boom, boom. So, ironic twist of fate. So Vegeta's not down. He's not lost. But this is a turning point. And as I have to thank you, Saiyan. You're responsible for drawing out this power of mine. Nani? And then, okay, so let's get back to this one. So it now shows that with Vegeta kind of grandstanding, he's now allowed Granolah to get used to his power. So now he's actually got the super duper eye in both eyes now.
He basically trained him.
Yeah, he did. So really, Vegeta should have took him out right at the start. So
yeah.
Now, this is Vegeta hubris. It's very this is Vegeta. So we say, Vegeta loving battle, that is Vegeta. But Vegeta hubris, that is also Vegeta. So that's been Vegeta all along. So this is nothing new. So yeah, Vegeta's not out of this yet. But okay.
Also, he's not. He didn't get totally decimated we were afraid.
No, he's just down. So he's on the back foot, but he's not out of it yet. So okay. So Marky goes, "Hey, Oil, you want to explain that crazy explosion just now? I mean, you okay? What the heck was that? I'm in one piece." Name drop there. That was just Granolah fighting back. Oh, I'm impressed. I was sure Granolah would lose this fight soon. But I guess the battle's still undecided. There you go! The battle's not over yet, folks. But I guess those three can keep wearing each other down. Just as we planned then. They'll wipe each other out. All's good with this device too, Elec. We're about to reach the first location. So they've got the Dragon Radar. So I can't wait to lay eyes on those so-called Dragon Balls that grant any wish. Aha! And to be continued. We are done. So...
Yeah.
Okay.
Calling it now, they will ask Toronto to make gas stronger than Granolah is.
Yes, exactly. So there we are. That's the end of the chapter. Relax, folks. It's nowhere near as bad as people thought. This is a cliffhanger, but Vegeta's not lost. He's just had a reminder that it's not going to be a cakewalk. But hey, at the very least, he's not lost. That's the main thing, because a lot of people are really concerned that this was going to be Vegeta like taking the L. And I saw a lot of people go like, oh man, if he does that, I'm gonna like not watch and read the manga anymore. And yeah. I mean, okay, it's more that you're more than welcome to think that, but my takeaway from this is not as bad as people thought. It's not as bad. It's good. Good action. It's cathartic. Bit of a twist. And yeah, I personally think it's not as bad as many people feared it would be. What do you think, Hav?
I liked it. I liked this chapter more than I thought. That's why I was like off the Twitter, because everybody was, so much with negativity, and as experience has shown us,
yeah,
it was kind of cool. Like right now, I won't be surprised if we're gonna see Gogeta at this point, but with a twist. And that would be to see what would come if you combine Ultra Ego and Ultra Instinct and have Gogeta.
Okay, no, that's something intriguing. So I like this, but all right, Leo. No, it's all right. So thank you all so much for joining us. If you're going to head out, but let's answer a couple of super chats before in the meantime.
Yeah.
Okay, so. We got people saying, it's funny how everyone's hating on what's happening with the leaks, but forgot Vegeta still has a senzu bean. That he does. He definitely does. Yep. The Real McCoy says, someone just asked, is it possible to overdose on the senzu bean? Watch the Meat Canyon Dragon Ball video to see. Well, you can't in theory, but you're going to put on a lot of weight. Geek Freak, thank you for your super chat. Vulcan, we're going to do a round table next week, probably. And then Peter Porker, this is my first super chat and I couldn't be happier that it's for a Vegeta-centric livestream. Love the channel and podcast. Oh, thanks, Peter. And then Frost goes, I'm worried if Granolah reaches Earth, his hate towards Saiyans, he would Goku and Vegeta's entire family since they're nowhere near strong enough. I mean, I could see that happening in a way that Vegeta could be that desperate to take out people that are associated with Goku and Vegeta.
Granolah, not Vegeta.
I know, he'd be tempted, but I don't think he'd ultimately do that. But now he doesn't have oatmeal to hold him back.
Yeah, at the same time, I think he was presented to, I honestly, I will be super surprised if, by the way how sympathetic Granolah was portrayed in the earlier, chapters, if he won't redeem himself somehow. Yeah. Like, if they keep him a villain by the end, that would be something new.
That would be kind of curious. And Gobeat says, Lego my ego instinct.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, cool. We still got about 1,100 people in the chat. Cool. You regret nothing. No, there's nothing to regret, mate. No worries. So I would probably say this chapter, it's good. The action is really good. It's very cool choreography. And I like the fact now that, as Elec just said, these three are just going to be bickering amongst themselves, because as Vegeta is being worn down by Granolah, Goku's going to be coming back into the game. And he'll be slowly healing himself up. He'll have a bit of a Zenkai. And then he can come back in and help. And as you said, we could see Gogeta for the first time in the manga. So that could be curious. So we can have that. But it's definitely not over yet. This is not it, folks. This is not the end of the fight. Let's just say that. We are okay. But honestly, Ultra Ego, I love that name. And loves that name. I think it's fantastic. It's classic Vegeta. I mean, I know that the brand new Vegeta is much more modest and a lot more level-headed, but this isn't the standard Vegeta at the moment. This is the Vegeta that is like at his peak Saiyan Saga, snobbery and hubris. This is like very much, what his thing's going to be. So, Wagamama no Gokui, I'm sorry, I can't think anything but the chain Wagamama. So, every time I go to Wagamamas, I'm just going to get the Vegeta special. So, there you go. So,
also, spoiler, guys, Granolah isn't going to be the final boss of the chapter.
No. Havelock predicted this ages ago. It's going to be, gas is going to be a main factor here. Because the Saiyans and Granolah are bickering amongst themselves. The Heaters are going to go after the Dragon Balls. There's only 2 to collect. That's going to be easy. So there is going to be Gas getting the power up, and then maybe, the Saiyans may be on the back foot, but Gas is going to come in and completely decimate Granolah, and then that will allow the Saiyans to escape, and then figure out what they're going to do. So, So, folks, again, don't worry. This is not the end of the fight. He has a senzu bean. It's okay. It's all right. All right, Kiryu the Dragon Warrior says, I love how Vegeta fans lost their minds over one page when the fight isn't even over yet. Like they don't like Vegeta on the back step. It's very true. And we've learned with spoilers, don't think things through just yet. It's gonna be fine. It's all right. It's not, we're lacking context. That's the main thing. We don't have the full picture. Now we do. Now we know that was just Vegeta doing the attack and Granolah countered it. And he's like, huh? What the hell's this? So Vegeta will use a senzu bean and he'll be back up to full strength. So there you go. Whittle things down. The Heaters are going to use the Dragon Balls. They're going to use Torombo. And then Granolah's going to have another thing on his plate. All right. Research in Breeder. Ego means the obvious, of course, but it also means the consciousness that opposes id, or instinct in psychology. So Ultra Ego seems to be opposite to UI. There you go. Research in Breeder. That is very true. And if you are in that study, there you go. Psychology, it's the opposite. This is what we've been saying in color theory as well. Vegeta studying the Animus and Goku the Anima. And it's just like, they're going different ways, and they've been saying this for the last few chapters. This is just now proof positive. They're going different directions, Vegeta and Goku. So,
and if you add, Kai powers to the mix, like Zamasu, he was super ego for sure.
Definitely. But now Vegeta's the Ultra Ego. And again, Ultra Ego, love it. Great. I mean, who knows? On our podcast, Up on the Lookout, if you check out the channel, we might bring Brandon back on so he can actually ask his thoughts on each chapter, like a little debrief or something. But that could be really cool. Anyway, folks, we're going to be wrapping things up now. So we will have this on as a... so you can actually listen back to the stream. Thank you all so much for joining us, and do let us know in the comments when this video becomes available what you thought of this format. We might do this again, or we might rejig the format, but certainly if I'm on vacation and I have Wi-Fi, then we'll do this again. Thank you so much for joining me.
No worries, always a pleasure.
All right, so do check out the DVR recording of this, and we can then reflect on it. So, all right, folks, take care, take it easy, and I shall see you again very soon. All right, bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.